Hello, this is U.S. Immigration Attorney Sharifa Tharpe. I'm here live to take your U.S. immigration related questions. Oh, this is going to be a short one just because I do have to go to an appointment and I know we have to have that 30 minutes of time. So tomorrow, let's plan to do this where we do 30 minutes of only questions. Hi there, it's nice to see you. Thanks so much for the love. I appreciate it. But I did want to share some good news with you today. So we have another VAWA approval, and I want to tell you a little more about this so that if you're relating to the same situation, you understand fully based on this approval that we've gotten that you can qualify for relief. So now, in this situation, my client called after she received a marriage based denial. So my client went to the interview and went to the interview with her spouse at the time. And the thing about it is that the spouse intentionally sabotaged her process. But to the officers, when he was sabotaging her process, the officers did not see it that way at the interview. The officers denied it because they were told by this spouse that, oh, they were just helping my client. Oh, they basically made it look like their marriage wasn't real when it was, in fact, real bona fide marriage. But this spouse wanted to make sure that my client never got the marriage based green card so that this spouse could continue to control my client using her immigration status against her. We just got approved. So my client, after the denial, of course, this is devastating to anybody, nerve wracking. Their whole future is on the line here in the United States. We got involved. Didn't hesitate to represent our client. We went ahead and refiled the VAWA based on the spouse's sabotage. And because of this, my client now has the VAWA approval. Now, VAWA approval means that my client can go on automatically to get the green card. So they're going to process her green card next, and she is good to go. After processing the green card, because the spouse was a US citizen, she will be able to get citizenship in 3 years. So we are continuing to go through this process with our client, but we overcame the hardest hurdle here. And it was a complex case just because of the previous denial. But I want to let you know this, to let you understand that even in the case of a previous denial in the marriage-based process, it does not mean that you're not going to get anything else in the future or that VAWA is not going to work. Here, because of the way that because of the spouse's conduct, the immigration officers even determined that they did not believe the marriage was bona fide because the spouse intentionally sabotaged the process. But once we got involved and we provided the VAWA petition, they understood what occurred and they granted my client the ability to get the VAWA. So what happens after approval of VAWA? We get a new work permit. Yes, you still can keep the old work permit, but then you get the new work permit based on VAWA deferred action, and that holds my clients over while they process the green card. So we are overjoyed. It's been quite a journey. And my client themselves did not, they were going off of faith. And I am so grateful that that I can be used as a tool by God to be able to help people to get where they need to be. That's how I look at it, is that I believe in my client's case. I want to make sure that they're successful because they are going off of faith, and they're going off of a lot of prayers here at first because the future for them is so uncertain. So when everything does come to fruition in a positive way, then it just means the world to me. So I wanted to share that with you. If you can relate to that same situation, it's time to get in touch. Don't wait. We can get started right away. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to spend 5 minutes answering questions and then I have to go, but I did not want another day to go by. Another thing, by the way, we just got a work permit 2 weeks after we applied. So something is going on here. 2 weeks. So we applied early August. We got the work permit in 2 weeks. So let's hope this is the start of a really good pattern where they're right up to date on work permits and they're gonna issue these faster. All right. Hi there, Dino. It's nice to see you. All right, put your questions in the comments. How much does it cost for VAWA? The consultation is $150, and there we can provide you legal advice, do an evaluation, and then we give you a quote there. Oh my gosh, this lady is booked to the T. So remember, we have another attorney who is also available. Attorney Bria works with me very closely. And we actually have another attorney that's going to be joining the firm as well to help me to be able to reach out to as many people as possible. We are all working together to get this done. So still go ahead, look at the other schedule to make sure you can get in on this on a consultation. Yes, Attorney Bria's a calendar is filling up too, so make sure you get on that. I am on L1B visa. How to get the green card before my next renewal? You have to qualify. So you have to qualify through employment, through family. That's how it's gonna be in this case. How long does it take for T visa approval? Based on my experience, 12 months right now. But keep in mind, no attorney, nobody ever controls USCIS processing times. I can go only off of experience. Should I open USCIS account before interview or after the interview? It's never too late or early to open up a USCIS account. Do it now. How soon can I travel after receiving green card? Right away. Congratulations. If you got it, congrats. I have a removal order and I get PIP approved. Do I need a motion to reopen to get the green card? So yes, you do. I'm not your attorney, and this does get into complex territory. But usually, what you would have to do is also work on getting that removal order, reopen to terminate the removal order. Because if you do plan to go for adjustment of status, then that's going to interfere with you getting the green card. Is it true that PIP cases are being approved already? So I have not heard that yet. So I know we're all working hard to get them submitted as soon as possible, but I haven't heard any approvals, or my colleagues haven't said anything about approvals. I submitted an I-130 application. I made an error, did not state where I wanted the consolidation. I'm not sure what the consolidation is. I think what you mean is the interview, where you want the interview, whether it's the embassy or so they did, if you did not put whether you want it at the consulate or at adjustment of status, I believe they're going to hold your application in place in the United States. So you'd have to call them and make sure you straighten that part out. Good afternoon. Who's to fill out the I-130A application form? Is it the sponsor or the beneficiary? The I-130A, the person who's going to sign it, if they're here in the US, the person who signs it is the beneficiary, the spouse. So the I-130A is for the spouse, and it's usually about the spouse, the immigrant spouse. If I have a removal order and if I get PIS, I answered that. Are there any approvals on the PIP? So I haven't heard any approvals from attorneys. Right now, we're just working to get it in. as soon as possible. Keep in mind, they just started accepting this on Monday, and keep in mind that they have to go through biometrics unless they have biometrics on record already. They do have to issue biometrics. So I'm not too sure. I haven't heard anybody on my end, and I do have a network of attorneys I look out for and listen to, and I haven't heard anything like that. Living in the U.S., marriage to a permanent resident, February 2024. How long is approval time? So for the I-130, it's going to be about 9 to 12 months. Hi there. I got my EAD last September 2023 in my VAWA case. No, still any chances for RFE or no? I got my travel document also last September. What next? So the approval next, which is usually issued about 2.5 to 3 years after filing. And after of course, you have your work permit, your social to hold you over. And then after that, the green card. What should I do to renew my work permit? It depends on the case type, but you're supposed to send in the I-765 stating it's a renewal application with supporting documentation based on the instructions, and send it to the designated address, just depending on what the work permit is based on. If I have an I-94, can I still apply for PIP? No, you can't. It's for those who enter the country without permission. How is it there is no waiver for child to parent, only parent to child for the I-601? Yes, so for misrepresentation, for most cases, that's correct. It's just the law. Thanks, Grace and Mercy. I appreciate that. Congrats. Hello, good afternoon. How long does it take to get VAWA approval? I have 24 months, so I'd say it could be another 6 months to another year. Can a person who was granted green card through VAWA marry to someone who overstayed their visa? Yes, that's possible, but keep in mind, being the spouse of a green card holder, it still does not fix the situation when you've overstayed. You have to wait to apply for adjustment of status. You have to wait until they themselves become citizens. And also keep in mind, it also depends on when the person that got the green card got remarried after receiving after getting the divorce. So that may play into it too. So you have to be very, tread lightly there and get legal advice. Can't stress that enough. All right. All right, that's gonna be it for me. I have to head out. I am going to work to get on here around 12:30 tomorrow, but please, what you can do is follow me, as I always say, follow me, subscribe, and then as soon as you see me come on, then you can, hopefully you're available, you come on too, and then we can talk about your questions. I'm gonna only focus on questions tomorrow. But I did want to come on to talk to you about this particular case, this complex case that we got an approval, just so to show you that yes, your situation with your US citizen or resident spouse may be complicated. You may have even had a previous marriage-based denial, but it doesn't mean all hope is lost. If you are mistreated by the spouse intentionally sabotaged you and your process, the marriage-based process, so you could not get the green card, that's a form of extreme cruelty, and you can qualify for relief. So get in touch with us. Now, the way you do that, go to the link in the profile, go to the link in the description of the video, call the office. They will help you to schedule your appointment so we can talk and figure out a solution for you. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Please save your questions for tomorrow. Bye-bye.